She's Rila!
She's Riley!
Welcome to the E3 episode!
Go! Nintendo!
Rila!
Oh, come on. You know they're all you want to talk about.
You have no idea how patient I'm being right now. It is taking every ounce of my willpower. But we gotta be fair here.
Fine. I'll just call it saving the best for last.
Alright, good plan. In the meantime, you can go watch cartoons or something.
Yeah, just get started already.
Don't worry, I said I'd be fair, but I never said I'd take my time. So first up was EA. Bet you'll never guess what their conference had.
You mean aside from a really awkward segment by a guest host?
God, that was hard to watch.
I'm sure most of the world agrees.
But yeah, aside from that, and about half an hour dedicated to sports.
How exciting.
Yeah, can't wait. But anyway, aside from that, Star Wars. What else, right? So they showed off Battlefront 2. It's almost like EA has the rights to one of the biggest franchises ever or something.
It looked really pretty though.
Sure, and it'll even have a single-player campaign this time, which sounds cool. But I do have a problem or two with the multiplayer.
What? It looks better than the last one, right?
A little, but can we just talk about the hero characters real quick? Because watching the gameplay on that, damn, they're overpowered. Darth Maul tore through everyone.
Yeah, right now some of the heroes do seem a lot like the I win button.
Exactly, but we'll see. They also showcased some new games. A Way Out is a co-op prison break game that looks pretty good. They also teased BioWare's new IP, Anthem. And that was pretty much all from them. All that I care to bring up anyway. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Microsoft revealed their new console, the Xbox One X.
Did they stay up all night coming up with the name?
You know, you're joking, but they probably did. Anyway, they started that off by getting the audience drooling over the specs, which is to be expected. Xbox makes pretty powerful consoles, but...
The games?
Yeah, the games. Oi. Though it looks a lot like there's a bit of a problem here. They're gonna end up having to make 2 sets of games for everything now.
Huh?
I'm no tech head, but according to a friend, the One X doesn't use the same framework as the original Xbone. The first one had a stupid build that was hard to code games for or something, and funnily enough, Sony had the same issue with the PS3 and fixed it on the PS4. Looks like Microsoft just didn't take the hint. But whatever, back to the games.
Oh yeah, it's E3. They should have talked about some of those, huh?
And they did. First they showed off Forza, so there's that. Then there was an FPS game called Metro Exodus based on some sort of dystopian novels. Then there was a little peek at Assassin's Creed Origins. Honestly, watching it just made me want to play Horizon Zero Dawn again. But we'll come back to that.
Wait, back to Assassin's Creed or back to Zero Dawn?
Yes. Then there was a bit on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which has been getting a lot of buzz for PC, and it's gonna be coming exclusively to Xbox later this year. They showed off a trailer for Deep Rock Galactic, which is a weird-looking FPS game where you fight aliens as dwarves, I think. Then yet another zombie survival game, State of Decay 2.
Is this seriously not over yet?
Walking Dead is still a thing, and The Last of Us has a sequel on the way. No, it's not over yet. Anyway, next up is this free-for-all type arena game, sorta like Battlegrounds, but with fewer people and a more stylistic look and apparently special abilities and stuff. It's called the Darwin Project. Then there was a Minecraft update. Basically, the game's getting a 4K graphics bump in the fall.
Okay, Riley?
What?
Just talk about a 100-pound gorilla in the room already.
Fine. They revealed Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and people were eating it up, as they probably should. No one was really impressed by a certain other fighting game that we'll talk about later, and this one's taking notes from friggin' Guilty Gear.
Plus, it's Dragon Ball.
Yep, I guess there's that too. Well, anyway, they also showed off an MMO called Black Desert that looks pretty cool. They gave us a trailer for The Last Night, which looks downright gorgeous with its hybrid pixelated and rendered style. Then there was a trailer for a weird-looking thing called The Artful Escape, one for a JRPG called Code Vein, and then they showcased some gameplay for Rare's Sea of Thieves, and it looked pretty good.
There was also a cute trailer for an adventure game called Super Lux Tale.
Really?
What?
You seriously make this too easy for me sometimes, sis. Nothing, Rila, nothing. Anyway, there was a trailer for Cuphead, too.
It's kind of interesting how there's been this returning interest to old-style cartoons lately.
Yeah, I know, right? It's also super weird. Between this and that creepy game Bendy and the Ink Machine, we're seeing more of these revivals pop up. Anyway, next up was a trailer for Crackdown 3, which opened with... I'll just say Terry Crews was involved because I have no idea how else to describe what the hell that was. Next, they showed off a bunch of smaller indie titles through their ID and Xbox program. And then there were trailers for Ashen, Life is Strange Before the Storm, and a showcase for Shadow of War. And all I have to say about that last one is hell yes! I am so down for that!
As soon as you get a PC.
Rila, shut up!
Hehe.
Then there was a trailer for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and oh my god, this went on forever!
Man, these guys can talk.
Luckily, that was about it. After that, they announced their original Xbox expansion for the backwards compatibility program, and gave us a closer look at Anthem from BioWare. Alright, next! So, Bethesda's conference happened?
And was thankfully shorter.
No, but seriously, what the actual hell was up with the Bethesda Land thing?
It's Bethesda! Isn't there a whole marketing shtick based around being ridiculously in your face?
True.
And to prove my point, they opened by talking about VR.
Also true. They did start with VR for Doom of all things. I mean, don't get me wrong, it makes a hell of a lot of sense. I just wasn't expecting it that soon. Then they moved on to VR for Fallout 4. After that was some more on Elder Scrolls Online. But it announced the ability to head to Morrowind, so that could be sweet.
Weren't you ranting about something they brought up before? Something about mods?
What, that Bethesda's trying to make paid mods a thing? Not so much ranting, but more of asking the question of what in the actual hell?
Oh, you're right. That's totally not you ranting.
Look, I think paid mods are a good idea. I'm not saying they should all be paid, obviously, but giving modders the ability to charge for what they do and let the company take a cut, it's a cool way to support your favorite modders and the modding community as a whole.
Then the problem is...
Bethesda's the one trying to implement it. I just don't think I trust them to give the modders a fair deal on this.
Would you trust any of these companies to do that?
Not really.
Thought not.
Their system for doing it is kinda weird too, honestly, but I'll have to look more into it before I worry about that. Anyway, after that, they showed off Skyrim being on the Switch, then DLC for Dishonored 2, which got a lot of people really happy. We got another look at Quake Champions, then a trailer for The Evil Within 2.
Riley, 100-pound gorilla.
I know, yeesh. Then they closed out the show with a feature on Wolfenstein 2, and it was glorious! It's one of those games I don't really see myself playing exactly, but it looks like it'd be a ton of fun to watch. And a little intro for it was weird, but in a good way. And that was it for them.
See? Short. No 2-hour conference this time. Next.
So, Ubisoft opened their conference with... I can't even.
I have literally no words for this.
Yeah, it gets brought up later, we'll talk about it then.
Gotcha. In the meantime...
Another look at Assassin's Creed Origins, a peek at The Crew 2, a tease of the next South Park game, and some sort of VR experience that looked like an acid trip on an acid trip. And then suddenly, Elijah Wood. No, but seriously, the hell was that?
Maybe we should return to sensible reality for a minute. They also showed a little bit of their own pirate game, Skulls and Bones.
Whole lot of pirate games lately.
Well, after that, there was a musical performance.
Oh, is that what was happening? I just thought I was still dealing with the effects of whatever drugs they threw into that VR thing.
Jury's out.
But yeah, they showed off the next Just Dance game, so there was that. Then they showed off a Toys to Life game called Starlink. Basically, use the toys to assemble spaceships and dogfight with them. I have no idea how anyone would actually play the game with the toys, considering how much of the controller they take up, but they do have digital versions too, so there was that as well. Although it kinda takes away from the entire point, I think. Anyway, then they showed off a little bit of that new Winter Olympics game, Steep. And next was Far Cry 5, which got people all hot and bothered over a controversy that seriously wasn't a big deal, at all. As for the game itself though, it looks fine, I guess. Not really into Far Cry, so yeah.
And then there was...
I know, Rila, 100-pound gorilla.
Ha! No, this is an elephant, Riley, not a gorilla.
Yeah, because it sure as hell took them long enough. they decided to close the show with the ace up their sleeve, Beyond Good and Evil 2, and that got people amped. No gameplay or anything, but the game they described sounds pretty awesome.
And now Riley is going to geek out for a bit. Enjoy!
DualShock Nation, man! But actually no. Their conference was awesome, but not quite as hype as last year.
I'll bet.
But before I get into that, Sony revealed that Undertale is coming to console for a special collector's edition. I am so in!
You really liked that game.
Hey, awesome mechanics, great visual storytelling, and a kick-ass soundtrack? I am so there! Well anyway, now for the actual conference. First, we gotta look at that Uncharted spin-off, which looks pretty intense. Next up, we got some Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, and yes please, it looks so friggin' badass!
Oh, so that's what she meant.
And then there was another zombie survival game, Days Gone.
Surprise, surprise, zombies are popular.
Then they gave us a look at something I'm sure would make a certain friend of mine really happy. Monster.
Oh my god, they finally did it. They put a Monster Hunter game back on a big console, and it looks so pretty.
Seriously? Seriously?
Speak his name and he shall.
I've been avoiding speaking it.
Monster Hunter Worlds is the version of Monster Hunter we've all been waiting for. The game is going to support online and offline play, at least 4-player cooperative, 14 weapon types are in the game, stealth gameplay, huge maps compared to the usual map sizes in Monster Hunter, apparently being about 2.5 times more the size than the traditional ones, and oh my god, no loading screens between the areas like usual. Monster Hunter is one of my favorite series of all time, and I can't wait to talk about this game even more. It's just absolutely one of the best cooperative and challenging titles to exist. We've also wanted a Monster Hunter game on a PlayStation console again, but having it on PS4, Xbox One, and later on PC? Oh man, that's a dream come true. I was expecting this to be on the Switch, but Capcom, you listened. We asked for it on the PlayStation, at least. And you listened! To those in the Monster Hunter development studio, thank you! Thank you!
Look, Grant, we're kinda doing a show here and...
And then they went and gave us a little bit on Destiny 2.
Oh god damn it!
Well, we're gonna be here for a while.
Actually, no. When I said a little bit, I meant it. The tease they had barely gave us anything new at all. I mean, to be honest, I kind of expect this at Bungie at E3 since they focus so hard on Twitch streams as their main way of information sharing, kind of like Nintendo does with their Directs. The trailer dropped by Bungie outlines a few different enemies, especially showing off Gaul, the big bad in his entirety. Oh, right, Gaul. Gaul is voiced by Neil Kaplan, the guy that voiced Optimus Prime, Zarkon from the new Voltron, and Darth Vader in a couple animated spots as well. Oh, I want to punch him and hug him all at the same time. Anyway, they showed off some different weapons and powers, but that's about it. There's really not a lot more to tell. There's a few more articles and whatnot that came from E3, from Kotaku, PC Gamer, and Game Informer, just to name a few places, with game director Luke Smith and the head of world design Mark Noseworthy, but otherwise it was just a little lax.
What, that's it?
Yeah, pretty much. Covered all this and a little more on my own channel.
Wait, are you plugging yourself?
On our show?
Would you be mad if I did?
You mean like with an info card right here directing people to your channel?
Yes, exactly like that. You know, I just want to make sure it's cool before I go and do something like that. Kind of a jerk move otherwise.
Oh, yeah, I totally get that. Nah, I wouldn't be mad. Riley? Earth to Riley.
I'm thinking.
Ooh, that means run.
Got it. Leaving.
So he's pretty cool.
Anyway, they showed off a remaster for Shadow of the Colossus, and then they went on with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, which, oh dear.
Eek, those character models.
These are some uncanny valley levels of unsettling. Not quite Mass Effect Andromeda bad, but just yikes. I could see why people were pissed. Well, after that, we gotta look at Call of Duty World War II and Skyrim for PlayStation VR.
I'll pass.
Aw, what's the matter, sis? Afraid of being up close and personal with a virtual spider?
Shut up!
Too bad. Maybe you'd actually be better at it in VR, too.
And you'd probably be worse at it.
Touche. Anyway, then they showed off Starchild VR, the Inpatient VR, and Final Fantasy 15 VR fishing game.
What?
Yeah, that was a thing that happened. Anyways, and then Bravo Team and Moss, both also VR. After that, a closer look at the new God of War game, which is really cool to look at, and a really awesome peek at Detroit Become Human.
Which should be right up your alley given how much you like AI stories and stuff.
Hey, it's a fascinating topic. Uncomfortable at times, sure, but really interesting to think about. Well, anyway, Grant covered Destiny 2, so I'll just skip on over that. And right after that, oh man!
They showed off Spider-Man. Okay, next.
I think the hell not, sister! We're talking about this whether you like it or not! The Spider-Man gameplay was awesome! Or dare I say, amazing!
A little overused by now, don't you think?
Fine. Spectacular.
Better.
But dude, it was seriously so friggin' cool! He had all these cool looking web gadgets, and the fighting was probably the best we've seen in a fighting game! Way more interaction with the environment and stuff too! I loved it!
I'm sure you did. Okay, Rila. Breathe. You can do this.
Riley, just restrain yourself, stay cool.
Oh.
My gosh, Nintendo!
Riley, this was the best!
I know, right? Was it her birthday or something?
It's just like Christmas. This was everything I wanted. Everything!
You and me both, sister, and then some! I am so amped!
Yeah.
We may have gotten a little carried away.
But seriously, can you blame us? Just listen to all this.
So first, that thing that was skipped over from Ubisoft.
Nintendo showed up at the Ubisoft conference to announce a crossover game where Mario meets the Rabbids.
And the gamer in me just wants to call it Super Mario XCOM because that's how it plays, but it's actually called Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And oh my god, I had no idea how much I needed this until now.
Right? It looks so fun!
And it also looks like something you could actually play.
You know, I'm too excited to even get mad at that right now.
I know what you mean. I can't even enjoy saying it. Man, so is this what it's like when you go into the whole squee thing?
Mostly. But I think I'm so excited I've reached a squee level beyond squee. I can actually use words right now.
So what, super squeeing? Or would this be super squeeing too?
Funny. Anyway, on to the actual Nintendo conference. The first thing they showed off was Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Doesn't look half bad, though I still have to play the first one. But right after that...
Kirby! That one I can play! And it looks so awesome! And they brought back the combining powers. Finally!
Right? Why'd they get rid of that in the first place?
No idea, but I don't even care, because it's finally back! And that group mechanic looks amazing!
It sure does! And next up, they gave us a look at...
Pokemon!
Ah, there she goes.
So first, they talked about Pokken, but I mentioned that in the mini I did the other week. That's cool and all, but oh my gosh! Yes! A core Pokemon game is coming to the Switch! Riley, I'm too excited for words! They're doing it! They're actually doing it!
Huh, well, that didn't last long. Guess she got enough of it out of her system to go back to normal old super squeeing.
Oh, actually I'm fine.
Oh, well, what do you know? You must be getting stronger, sis.
Guess so. Say, Riley.
What?
So, you remember a little thing you said about if a main Pokemon game ever came to the Switch?
Oh, damn it.
So, I assume you'll be taking that hat chocolate dipped then, little Miss Sweet Tooth?
No.
Deep fried then? I'll get the ketchup. Or would you prefer barbecue?
Real cute.
I know. I'm just the cutest little thing you ever did see.
Yeah, okay, sure. But the hell with all that! After Pokemon, they actually did it! Nintendo revealed Metroid Prime 4! Oh man, finally another Metroid game! It's about damn time, Nintendo, you magnificent bastards, you! We've been waiting so long for this, and that wasn't even all!
They also revealed a new Yoshi game that looks absolutely darling.
Rila?
And then we got our first actual look at Fire Emblem Warriors. And the gang from Fates is in it too. I love it already.
Rila.
They also revealed 2 expansions from Breath of the Wild and a bunch of new amiibos. I almost forgot how beautiful this game was.
Rila!
What?
I wasn't done, damn it!
Riley, you've had most of the episode to yourself.
Well, yeah, but...
But nothing! I know what you want to talk about, but it didn't come up until later. Let me have this one.
Alright, have at it.
Thank you. Anyway, next up, something Riley should like. They announced Rocket League would be coming to the Switch too. And it'll have crossplay.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome! I wonder if they'll be getting any of the Mario Kart cars.
Ooh, that's a good question. Anyway, next up we gotta look at Mario Odyssey, and oh my gosh, it looks so fun!
And weird as hell!
Yeah, I get the feeling they were letting Ubisoft whisper in their ear on this one.
That would not surprise me, at all.
Alright, go.
Wait, huh?
Your other game's up next. Go for it. And thanks for giving me a bit.
Oh, right. So after that, they jumped over to featuring 3DS stuff. And the first game they showed off was another new Metroid game. This time in more of the classic Metroid style, Samus Returns. And it looks awesome!
Glad you got what you've been wanting, sis. And that's everything.
Wait, this episode is how long? Holy hell, I didn't even notice!
Right? Apparently time flies when you're talking games.
I get the feeling we should end this, like, now. Right now.
Agreed. So, what were your favorite games at E3, everyone? Drop a comment below.
Could you tell what ours were? Don't worry, we can be pretty tough to read sometimes, I know.
Yeah, bet they'll be beating themselves up trying to figure it out.
Anyway, if you liked what you saw, give that like button a zap. If you want to support the show, check out that Patreon link in the description.
Hit that left button to subscribe and that right button to visit the site for articles, reviews, and other stuff. This has been Bulletoon Weekly. I'm Rila.
I'm Riley, and as always,
Stay tuned!